Okay, we're going to move on to our lightning round now very quickly. Lydia Mulvaney, lightning round question for our candidates. And remember, lightning round, 1 or 2 sentences tops, or yes or no.
Okay. My first question, I guess, will start with Joe. You've been like a heavy critic of the Selectmen. Do you think you'll be able to work well with the current board, and what's the dynamic going to be?
Remember,
And
keep a
same
couple
question.
sentences.
From the viewpoint of the taxpayer, yes, I'll be able to work well. But I don't believe we should be seeking harmony. I think we should get away from the same old tune. We need to have diversity of opinion. We need to have discord.
Okay. Lydia, a question for John Hall.
Same question, basically. What's the dynamic going to be? Are you going to be able to work well with the current board?
I worked well with the planning board. I don't see any reason why I can't work well with the select board. I really want to treat people respectfully, and hopefully I'll get that in return, and that's how I would conduct myself.
Okay, John Hall. Sydney Schwartz, lightning round question for the candidates.
Would you be willing to give up your stipend as selectman during these financial times?
John Hall.
Yes.
Joe
No.
Pecevich? No.
I need the money.
What is the Marshfield Selectman stipend?
Let me look through the
It's about
town meeting.
$1,200, $1,300.
Okay. My lightning round question for you. If budget cuts, if more are needed, what department or area would you look first? John Hall.
I would probably look at all the budgets except the school committee. The school committee does run independently.
Okay. Joe Pecevich, where would you look first for more budget cuts?
I think there are certain positions that need to be looked at. I don't want to eliminate jobs, but there are a few positions that probably need to be reined in a little bit. And really, because the school department is over $40 million of our budget, that's where some of these cuts have to happen without impacting the school.
Okay. Lydia Mulvaney, a lightning round question.
What do you think about the GATRA bus? Is it a success, and is it sustainable?
Joe Pecevich, GATRA.
It's obviously not a success. I mean, the buses drive around empty. And I think I'm a little leery of the GATRA service because it basically establishes a public transportation route which can be used to justify 40R and other high-density projects.
Okay. Same question for John Hall about the GATRA bus.
Well, it does not appear to be a success, and I'm sad about that. I wish it was, because the town has to pay money to the MBTA anyways, and this is a benefit that we have, and I'd like to really try to make people aware of that service that we have.
Okay.
Can I just say, I don't think that service even runs to the Situate train station, does it? Which is a great,
I think that was a
real omission.
I think that they were talking about that.
Yeah.
Sydney, your lightning round question.
What's your favorite spot in Marshfield?
Who's that for? Me.
How about you, Joe Pecevich?
That's a tough question. That's a real tough question. Favorite spot in terms of environment or for...
Come on, you're using up your words.
Oh, my goodness.
What's your favorite spot? Is it the Dairy Queen? Is it the Town Hall? Is it cable TV, the studio? You tell us.
I've lived in many different places, and I've always been asked, where would you want to live? I've been overseas. I'd say this is it. This the south coast of Massachusetts, the whole thing, the whole package.
Okay. What about you, John Hall? What's your favorite spot in town?
76 Upland Road. I love my home.
That's fantastic. Gentlemen, what do you think? The town ready for a 5-member Board of Selectmen? John Hall, yes or no?
Yes, I would like to see 5 members.
Okay.
I think there is too much power with 3.
Okay. 5-member Board of
I
Selectmen,
think
Joe
5-member
Pecevich.
would help with debate and would help get more opinions in there. It would also help break up the duties.
Okay. Great. Now, any other lightning round questions you want to go to?
Oh,
Okay,
one
Lydia
more.
Lydia Mulvaney.
Start with John. Is there any decision the Board of Selectmen took this year that you especially agreed or disagreed with?
Not especially. I know they're doing the best job that they can.
Okay. Same question, Joe Pecevich. Remember, this is the lightning round.
Yes, many.
Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to our final statements now, and we started with Joe Pecevich. So this time we will start with John Hall. We ask that you keep them under 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Christine, again for this opportunity. And I would like to let people know that I am very much in favor of openness and transparency in town government. I talked with Scott Courtney today, and if I am elected, I plan on going to Courtney's the first Tuesday night of the month. I'll go there to have dinner. I'll be there 2 hours. I'll listen to anybody that comes in, because when I make a decision, we have our experts in the town, the planning, the town planner, the treasurer, the accountant, and they all do a fabulous job. But I really do want to hear from the people that our decisions are going to make a difference to. I want to hear from the people that our decisions are going to affect. I've gone to the meetings about the airport, and I've attended 2 meetings about the concerns that they have, and I just want to go and listen to these concerns before I make any major decisions. And I'm not going to agree to get support from people in my election to dislike or terminate anybody. I will not ever do that. I will weigh every issue and make the best decision for the town. And if not everybody might like my decisions, but I will listen to every interested person and concerned person.
Thank you. That was John Hall. And now Joe Pecevich, your final statement for our listeners.
Thank you, Christine, and thank you to Lydia and to Sydney for being here, and we look forward to seeing your write-ups in the papers. And thank you to John for all that he's done for the town and he's done for various charitable organizations he's been involved with. There's a great spirit and a great tradition of involvement, in this town, and I'd like to see that continue. But we also need to get more people involved with town government. And again, I think that the selectmen set the tone for debate. They're the ones that are going to really let the voters, the residents, feel genuinely that their opinions and their input is needed and desired. As in sports, a coach knows that the outcome of a game or the season depends a lot upon the strengths of the team, and we do have a strong team, as John alluded to in Town Hall. We do have a strong financial team. However, there's a bigger and among the workers in all the various town departments, and particularly in the schools, we have a really strong, talented team. But that's not all there is. There is a greater resource of energy and ideas out there, and that's among you, the voters out there. And I think that there's also a collective wisdom among the voters that exists and among the general population. But that can only be utilized and brought into play if they know they're being listened to, and if they know their input is genuinely being sought. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to establish also a system of accountability. I want the selectmen to be the go-to point when people have problems with any department in town. As a selectman, I would look at every concern that was brought forward. I would document it, and I would send that person on to the agency or the individual they're having a problem with a letter of referral from the Selectmen's Department. I would keep those letters of referral and other matters as much as possible available for people to see. If I had to put it in a loose leaf binder up at Town Hall, I'd do it. But I want people to know that this is their town, and they're the ones that are going to determine the future of this town, not a select group of a few insiders and their developer friends. Thank you, and please vote May 2nd. My website is marshfieldupdate.com.
Thank you. That was Joe Pecevich, candidate for selectman. We appreciate everybody being here tonight. We just heard from Joe Pecevich and John Hall, candidates for selectman. The election in Marshfield is May 2nd. Sydney Schwartz from the Patriot Ledger, Lydia Mulvaney from the Marshfield Mariner, and John, you're right behind me there from Marshfield Community Television. We appreciate everybody joining us tonight. This forum should be up on our website tomorrow afternoon at 959watd.com. We will put up links to the 2 newspapers. I'm Christine James. Remember, if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. Now back to regular programming right here on 95.9 WATD.